New pet insurance members often wonder, what exactly is a pre-existing condition? Here's what you need to know. A pre-existing condition is any condition that your pet experienced any signs or symptoms of before your policy start date, whether or not the condition was discovered, diagnosed, or treated. So, for example, if your pet had clinical signs of limping before your policy effective date, even if you didn't know what condition was causing the limping, both the underlying condition and subsequent limping would be considered pre-existing. However, if your pet started limping after the effective date, it would not be considered pre-existing as long as the underlying cause was not contracted prior to the effective date. Make sense? Okay, so how does a pre-existing condition affect your policy? 1. Pre-existing conditions are excluded from your pet's coverage. And 2. Other conditions that occur due to a pre-existing condition are also not covered. For example, if your pet has allergies as a pre-existing condition, and those allergies caused your pet to scratch until she got a skin infection, unfortunately, the allergy medication and treatments for the skin infection would not be covered. How do insurers determine what's pre-existing? When you sign up for pet insurance, we rely on you to provide us with the best snapshot of your pet's past and present medical history. To avoid surprises, it's important to be as thorough and accurate as you can. If you haven't seen your vet yet, but are worried about new health concerns, let us know. Our underwriting team can review your pet's medical history to try and identify pre-existing conditions for your pet. This review will look at past treatments, documented signs or symptoms previously experienced, as well as concerns you've expressed about your pet's health, even if untreated or undiagnosed. How do you see your pet's current pre-existing conditions? After complete veterinary medical records have been received and evaluated, any defined pre-existing condition exclusions will be listed on the declaration page of your policy. However, please note that new relevant medical records or related medical information received after this review may lead to additional noted pre-existing conditions. If any pre-existing conditions are identified, you'll receive a communication from us. Is there anything you can do about your pet's pre-existing conditions? The good news is, not all pre-existing conditions are excluded permanently. Upon review request, we're happy to review conditions that have been deemed cured and remain treatment-free for a specified period of time, depending on the condition. However, please keep in mind that some chronic conditions may not be eligible for review. Getting the best care for your pet is always priority number one. Even if your pet has a pre-existing condition, you can rest easy knowing that they're protected by America's #1 pet insurance with a broad range of other covered conditions. To learn more about pre-existing conditions, visit petinsurance.com/preexisting conditions.